Think of it as like the Not So Newlyweds, because you guys have been married for how long?
16 on Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Thanks.
Thank you. We're just going to go down a bunch of questions, and if you guys kind of goof around or have some married people chemistry along the way, that would be
ideal.
Lovely. That's the goal. But again, we're going to go through a bunch of them.
Married people chemistry.
Yeah. And we'll go through that, and then I'm just going to ask a bunch of them. Again, there's no like definitive start or end to the video. Let's start with something easy. What is your partner's favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Wow.
Do we wait for you to tell us to turn it around?
Yep, you guys can reveal it.
Okay.
What do you got? Godfather and Sound of Music.
Wow, talk about opposites, right? Yes, that's accurate.
That's accurate.
You both right?
Yep.
Hey, one for each. Let's go.
Isn't that funny? Mine's is The Sound of Music and yours is The Godfather.
Yeah, we couldn't be more opposite.
Have you watched The Godfather? Have you both watched each other's favorite movie?
I've definitely watched The Godfather because I can get into mob movies. So it's like I either swing from a very like Sound of Music rom-com, or it's like 300 mafia movie. Like those are my two extremes.
Yeah. I can't say I swung all the way to watch the whole Sound of Music.
You have not
watched
at all.
part of it.
Nuh-uh.
Enough to know the song. The hills, the hills.
That's not even how
No?
the song goes.
Something like that.
That's fine.
Not a big fan of musicals.
You haven't actually like sat to watch it. You hear it when you're passing through the area
That's
in
true.
which I am watching it. So
You know, for your anniversary this Friday, you have something to do now.
I would love to. The face.
If your partner could win a lifetime supply of anything, what would they win?
Yeah, let me see. I'm just gonna go on a limb here.
Okay.
Why am I sweating?
This is nerve-wracking. You all set?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, reveal.
What's
Movie tickets and lip balm.
Oh, that's actually true. Look, I can't go anywhere without my chapstick.
See, that's not bad.
That's accurate.
Movie
Pretty
tickets,
good.
that's actually very accurate.
All right, you guys are transported back in time. You are both 21 years old. What is the one thing you would be spending your most free time on?
Wow.
Done.
I think I'm going
Reveal
with
dance class and soccer.
Yeah, that's probably right. 21.
Yeah?
pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
You guys are 3-0 so far.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right, let's get a little more personal. Where was your first date?
Ooh.
I think I know.
All right.
I hope I'm right.
I don't know.
Tasser was quick with it,
I know.
which either means he's really right or really wrong.
I-
Reveal it. What do you got? Walston Beach?
Yes, I did beach and ice cream. Yep, that was the first one.
look at that.
Take us back.
Yeah.
Tell us about the first date.
Go ahead.
Okay. Wait, why do I have to go? You good.
You go
Let's
ahead,
hear it.
and then
Why don't
I'll
we
fill
go
in.
together?
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay, fine. When we started to like one another, there was this week at school. It was actually kind of a dumb week. It was called Mop Week. And it was, MOP stood for Men on the Prowl, which is like totally inappropriate for this culture and climate.
Yeah.
But then
This was before Me Too and counterculture.
but then
time.
it was
Yeah.
but then it was totally fine. Marco said he was gonna mop me for the entire week.
So
And
basically, they say like if you like someone, this is your week. Like go for
Right.
it. You know, shoot your shot. Basically.
Right. And he was like, I don't want some other guy taking you out on dates, because whoever asked you, you kind of had to say yes to.
It was almost like the purge, but for dating. Like,
Yeah, I
anything
guess so.
goes.
Basically.
So you had to say yes. So he
Yeah.
was like, I don't want some other guy.
But it's meant to be like
taking
a
you
friendly
out.
thing. Not,
Yeah.
You know.
So that's what we did. So we did something every
Yeah.
night.
So I was like, I
every
want
week.
to mop you for the entire week. And let's hang out. So there used to be this beach close to the campus.
Yep.
Where people would go for walks and stuff. So
Yeah.
we just got some ice cream and it was freezing, so we just like hung out in the car
And talked.
and talked.
Wow.
So that was the first date, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. I thought you were gonna forget.
So we can get that going for the church. That would be.
Yeah.
He's such a
Mop week
problem.
in the church.
Well, then let's do this then. I wasn't
Okay.
going to ask this, but what is your partner's favorite flavor of ice cream? He's putting the toppings and.
I know, right?
All right, let's see it. What do you got? Banana and Jimmy Fallon's from Ben and Jerry's.
That's
The
true.
Tonight Dough.
Yep. The Tonight Dough. I love that one.
Is it banana ice cream?
I'm not an ice cream guy.
But
so
if he chooses ice
if I
cream,
choose ice
it's
cream,
this
it's
one.
banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
I'm African, man.
Who said I love you first?
Okay, wait a minute. I feel like there's a story to this though. That
There's a
I'm
story.
gonna have
We'll get
to
there.
preface it.
Pastor Lindsey.
Yep.
She
Let's
did.
hear it.
Okay, so Marco and I were really, really good friends for a couple of years before we started dating. So it was not uncommon for us to say, love you, love you. We would both do that. It was very, very natural. So then when we started dating, I got out of the car and I said, love you. And then he was like, what? And then it was almost like I said it, I meant it, but I've always meant it. I meant it in a different way, but it was kind of like, but I've always said it. So it's kind of one of those situations. So he said, what did you say?
Yeah, because it was like, you know, are we saying love you like we used to say love you, or is it just love you as in like, you know,
Like, I'm in love with you.
I'm in love with you.
Right.
And so that's why I was like a double take, like,
Yeah.
what'd you just say? You know?
Yeah.
So that was, yeah, I think that was the first time that love you meant
Matt, I love you.
love you.
And then we
Not
kind of was
just
like
as a platonic.
I don't know, it was funny
friendship.
because then it was like back and forth. I said love you, and then you said what did you say? And I said, I stopped and I was like, love you. And then he said, then you said it like kind of joking because remember you used to call me Miss Rocks all the time. So you're like, love you, Miss Rocks. It was like, love you, Linz. No, seriously, I love you, Lindsay. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember this very well because I have journals from college. And so after that happened, I went up to my room and I wrote down like the entire interaction. And I actually just read it not long ago. True
There you
story.
have it.
That's a love story if I've ever heard it. Wow. Who snores louder? Go for it.
All right. Here's the thing though.
There's a story to her story.
Here's the thing.
I wasn't ready for this.
This is based off of each other's opinion.
Based on facts.
Because when I'm
and science.
sleeping, I don't know that I'm snoring, but he also snores.
Barely.
All right, that's
If you hear her snore and my snore, you'd be like, that's not a snore, that's a hum. Compared to that. She's got like a motor inside of her that comes out at night.
We also know that you have a sleep pastor.
Yeah.
also true.
Yeah, that's another,
He's
That's
a
also
tough-
true.
a whole nother
He doesn't
ballgame.
get into a deep sleep.
You know?
I do,
So
and then I snore.
she's very deep.
One time, I woke
It's
up
like an
to him.
engine that comes on.
All right, that's enough.
All right.
People are gonna see this. Sheesh.
Okay.
You know, like 4 people on staff asked for that question very specifically.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
That's
four,
so
like
random.
four very specific people sent me questions, and that was at the top of everyone's list.
Oh,
Like,
that's so
you guys
funny.
are boring.
I know.
That's what
Or
we want
you.
to know.
What is your favorite kind of date night? Let's see it. Great food, great conversation, food, and a movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, yours is more accurate because it is great food and a good conversation.
Yeah.
That's true.
What is one thing your spouse could not live without?
This is like materialistic.
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna
Like-
rule out the obvious.
Okay.
Each other. Look at
Okay.
me, it's my chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Okay.
thing, one item.
That's a tough one. I'm stumped. I don't know. I'm stuck on this one.
All right, what do we got?
I'm nervous.
Yours is hilarious. So Pastor Lindsey said lotion and mouthwash, and Pastor said Target.
Okay, true.
Yeah. That's actually very good. I gotta have, like right now, I'm like, I need lotion. My hands get so dry right now as I'm speaking. I'm like, I wish I had lotion. I probably use mouthwash 5 or 6 times a day. So that's very accurate.
Yes,
And Target, I think, covers it all.
it does cover a lot of it.
My spouse has more blank than anyone I know.
Are we talking like in terms of like material things or like?
What are you thinking? Because you laughed, so I want to know what that answer is going to be.
I don't know. I don't know. why.
Is it material or?
No.
What's so funny? Well, now I'm curious. I really want to know.
Whatever comes to mind.
She's really loving this.
I can't read it. I can't
Has
read it.
more-
Okay, wait a minute. I don't know if I can write this. So if I write this and then We can't.
We can edit it out.
Okay, great.
We'll edit it out.
Wow, what do you think? What's going on?
Should I go?
No, no. Can I do mine?
Yeah, go ahead, do yours.
He goes to the bathroom all of the time. It's like every single hour.
That's every
You go
hour,
to the
it's every,
bathroom.
every minute.
You're always going to the
I got the
bathroom.
tiniest bladder ever, you know? I literally just Googled this because I was telling her, I said, do I need to go see a doctor about this? Because I pee all the time.
It's
but I don't feel like
ridiculous.
nothing's wrong with
Do
me.
you pee at night too? Like it wakes you up in the middle
No,
of the night?
nope, that's
See,
my
it will
limit.
make-
I can.
No, even just feel like I have to pee all the time.
All right, so we can just edit this part of
Cool.
it.
We just showed them. That's fine.
Whatever.
Hey, can we take two? I need to use the bathroom again.
Yeah.
You serious?
Hey, I'm on my.
What was your spouse's first car?
I feel like this isn't a good question because it outdates me, but I think it does outdate me. It was before we were together. He's almost 6 years older than me. And I got my first car when we were together. Ready?
So Pastor Lindsey said a Subaru and Pastor Marco said a Toyota Corolla, which she killed for not changing the oil.
That was too much information.
You know how hard
Wait,
it
wait, wait
is
a minute.
to-
Did you
to
have a Subaru?
kill- Crazy story, right?
Wait,
One
but
day,
was this your first car though?
yes.
Okay,
Subaru
great. I was
my
right.
first car. But here's a funny story, right? So she's got this Toyota Corolla, which Toyota Corollas are probably one of the best cars you can have, right? It can last forever. And one day she's like, something's wrong with my car. And I don't know much about cars. I just know this. My dad always said, change the oil on your car, you'll be fine. Went to go check the oil on the car. It was dry as a bone. There was like nothing in there. Not even like a smidge of oil. So she managed to kill a Toyota Corolla by never changing the oil
Can
on
I-
her car.
I would just like to say, in my defense, that the lights on my dashboard were wrong often. So my oil light would be on even when I had just changed the oil.
Your oil light was probably on.
Probably it
all the time.
was, and I probably ignored it. However, the lights on my dashboard were often wrong.
Not even.
That's all.
Not even a smidge of oil.
That's all.
It was that.
That is
That's
all
right.
I have to say.
Kill the motor.
Lights
kill
were
the
off
engine.
and on. He was so mad at me. He was heated. We had just got married.
To kill a Toyota
Wait,
Corolla.
listen.
That's extremely difficult to
We
do.
had just got married, just had Grace, because I was pregnant with Grace like 4 months after we got married. And, you know, I'm 22, he's 27, we're broke. And I was like, oh, no big deal, we'll just get a new car. He's like, how did you kill this car? And he was so
How do you
mad.
manage to kill a Toyota Corolla? That's history right there. Toyota Corollas can go forever.
I probably still would have had it now.
Probably still would have had it.
If I had taken care of it. But whatever.
What is your partner's weirdest or most annoying pet peeve?
Okay.
If I have to leave the room so you guys can have a moment.
Maybe you do that drives me nuts. It's one thing.
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
joking.
Hello.
That was a joke. I didn't even mean that. I'm gonna edit that part out. I really don't even mean that.
No, you can keep it in.
I'll start the video
Just keep
that
it
way.
real.
I don't mean that.
All right, let's see what we got. Mess up the sheets and again, indecisive.
Yes, that just drives me nuts. This is what like, it drives me bananas. I'll make the bed, and then he'll have like a wrestling match in the bed with Caleb. Because Caleb thinks that he always wants to wrestle, so they'll do it on the bed so that Caleb doesn't bang his head or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sheets get completely messed up, doesn't fix them, and then he'll get in bed with the sheets very, very messy, and then I'll come into bed, and then I have to it's like get up and move so that the sheets can be straight, because when they're all bunched up on one side, that makes me bananas. And he does it every single time.
And for me is just make up your mind. I'm hungry. I want to eat. And you can't decide what you want to eat. That's
But it's always kind of funny because
that drives me nuts.
the waitress or waiter, they always think I'm funny because I do it in such a nice way.
Because they're not with you.
What are some of the best ways your partner has challenged you
Oh my.
or helped you win?
You keep writing.
All right, let's see what we got.
Okay.
So Pastor Lindsey put decisive, to focus, and to worry less. And
Yes.
Pastor put communication, empathy, and patience.
That sounds right. Remember you used to call me the voice of doom when we first got married?
Yeah, so when we first got married,
Yep.
I just felt like she was always like worried about something and always going to the worst case scenarios. So I used to call her voice of doom.
The voice of doom. Here she comes. The voice of doom. You know.
And 16 years later, that's really not anything close to where she's at today. You know, if anything, it's like the voice of hope, prophetic voice actually in our life, in our family. I would say she's a prophetic voice now. You know.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
I'm
I'm still not very decisive.
Yeah, the decisive thing is still something that we have to work on. She can look at a menu and you think she's made a decision and she'll say it and then she'll call the waiter back like 2 minutes later. Change your mind. Don't want that anymore. Or we can just go to we can go to like a restaurant that has the same menu. For example, we're in a hurry, we might hit a drive-through. I'm like, it's the same menu. That's not gonna change.
And I'll still change my
And
mind.
she'll still change her mind from one window to the next. You know,
I say it nicely.
that's typical. So this weekend we'll go on anniversary, meal, and I guarantee you she will change her mind.
I have tried to start looking at menus before we go though.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours before, because it takes me that long.
But I would say she has made me a better human being. That's why I put these 3 words, because she's a great communicator. She has incredible empathy when it comes to dealing with people. And I put patience because of learning to pace myself and think more long term. Because I'm like, let's do this right now. So yeah.
That's great. What is the best quality or the quality you admire the most about one another? If you could just narrow it down to just one. Let's see. Love for people and determined.
Okay, I feel like I have to explain my determined one though, because this is the one thing, but I feel like he's determined in like everything he kind of puts his mind to, but it doesn't have to always be. I feel like when we say determined, we make it sound like it's like a harsh thing, but it's not harsh. It's like when he's determined to always be the best version of himself. So whether it's in parenting or in being a husband or soccer or learning more about the Bible or whatever it is, it's like he's just not afraid to go for it. And it's like he looks his fear dead in the eye and says like, okay, like we're not going there. And I really, really, really love that about him, because I always feel like it makes me feel like I can trust him. Like I'm not worried about, I don't know. I feel like I can trust him because I know that all the mistakes that we make as a couple and with one another and hurting each other's feelings, or, all that normal stuff that goes into life and humanity, I feel confident that it won't ever stay that way and that he'll always work to be better.
And I say love for people because I love how anyone who's had the chance of meeting with Lindsey always walk away feeling better. No matter what the situation or circumstance may be, she just knows how to just make you feel at home, peace, and safe. And that's a beautiful thing to have as a trait, that anyone could have a conversation with you and feel like valued and treasured, and most likely they're gonna cry in a good way because they feel like this is a safe space. And I love that about you, and that's why anytime if it's gonna be a tough meeting, I would love for you to be in there. So.
Well, thank you.
If your spouse could meet one figure, dead or alive, who would they want to meet?
Dead or alive?
Mm-hmm. Dead or alive?
Dead or alive, Marco.
Wow, I'm stuck on this one. Dead or alive? I don't know names.
Can you draw a picture?
I'm just gonna go with this one. I don't have
Is this
a name,
a picture?
so I'm just gonna go with a description.
Okay. So Pastor Lindsey put MLK, and Pastor Marco put Lady from Magnolia.
Joanna Gaines. Lady from Magnolia Network. Who does not know Joanna Gaines' name?
Joanna Gaines.
Unbelievable.
That's who I'm thinking of. Would you want to meet Joanna Gaines?
Oh yeah.
I think she's
We'd
awesome.
probably be like best friends.
Yeah, Joanna Gaines. Lady from Magnolia Network.
Lady from Magnolia Network.
Joanna Gaines. She's awesome.
Was MLK accurate for you?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Definitely one of my heroes, and I believe he was a modern day prophet. You know, did a research paper when I was in college. Was really fascinated by the man.
If your spouse was not doing what they are doing now, what would they be doing?
Come on, time's a ticking.
What do we got? So pastor said you would either be a counselor or leading at a kids center, and your wife said that you would be a professor or a coach.
Right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how well we know each other.
I know.
What's the weirdest or funniest gift your partner's ever gotten?
I know what she's gonna put down.
I actually have two. And I will tell both stories. I actually think one of these stories I've told to the church before.
All right, let's see what we got. So pastor said the wrong Nikes this Christmas. And Pastor Lindsey put in quotes the L bag and then Mom's Mother's Day. Mom's on Mother's Day.
So, all right, so the L bag, I thought, 1 year, I can't remember what year it was, but I was like, I'm trying to be creative. So I saw this bag and it said, add an L on it. I figured L for Lindsay. I think I'm winning. But the moment I gave her the bag, her face said it all.
Why don't you tell the people where you purchased the bag from?
Can't remember if it was.
Go ahead, say it.
Can you go ahead and say it?
You go ahead and say it.
No, you go ahead and say it.
Tell the people. They want to know where you purchased the bag.
I'm not sure I remember.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
Where did I purchase the bag
First
from?
of all, it was from Walmart. Now I want us to understand this isn't modern day 2022 Walmart. This is the Walmart of 2003, 2004, which is a much different Walmart than the Walmart as of late. It was a brown bag, which looked like poo, quite frankly.
Wow.
The color.
Hello.
And it was a baby blue L, as if I was a 9-year-old child. And then on Mother's Day, I want to say, I think we maybe had Chase. No, it was before Chase. Maybe Caden. He forgot that it was Mother's Day, and he tried to save it by going to run to CVS. I'm just gonna run out real quick before church. Who runs out? When you're a church family, there's no running out before church. That just doesn't happen. So I was like, oh my gosh. I woke up heated because there were no cards, there was no flowers, there was no gift. Okay. And I was like, that's very interesting. So he runs out, and do you know, he got me a plant. He got me mums, which is, first of all, the plant of a grandmother, and specifically for the fall season. He didn't even bring it in the house. He put it on the seat of the car where all the dirt was from the mums. So that was that Mother's Day gift. And he got me a card that was very generic, just like Happy Mother's Day. It was probably like the 99-cent everyday value type of a card, and just said, your husband.
And that's when I knew it's not just the thought that counts.
It is not just the thought that counts. It is not just the thought that counts. But he's done much better since then. I feel like I have to redeem it. I don't want everyone to think that you're like a
Yeah, that was like 15 years ago.
That was, yeah. It was a while ago. But the wrong Nikes on Christmas, that was because that was a miscommunication on your part. You did not explain it well.
Nope.
I still got you Nikes. They were still expensive.
I sent her pictures. I wanted Jumpman 1, low tops. She gave me Air Forces.
I didn't know. It
So,
said Jordan. Yours said
it.
It was Jordan 1.
Yeah,
and
Jordan
I thought,
1.
Jordan 1, Air Force
Low
1.
cuts.
I Googled Jordan 1.
And she came away with Air Forces. So
Wait,
there you have it. And that was, can we just say that was this past Christmas?
But can we also say that I got you, it was still a pretty expensive gift versus the L Walmart bag that probably must have cost you approximately
15 years ago, that was
$5.94.
No, it was probably expensive 15 years ago.
Yeah, that wasn't. It was from Walmart. I wish I had saved it just so we could date back and make fun of you.
Yeah.
Current day. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's that.
Let's do one more. And
Okay.
this one you guys can just answer on your own. What is the best piece of either dating, marriage, relational advice you've ever gotten?
Work on yourself, not your spouse. Because a lot of times we want to change the other person instead of us changing and leaving room and grace for the other person. And that for me was a game changer, probably 2 or 3 years into our marriage, to realize that a lot of it stems from my own lack of growth as opposed to try to impose something on her. And that was a game changer. That's why I went to counseling for the first time, just to work on me. Because a better me leads to a better her, and vice versa.
Best advice in dating was to know yourself first and to kind of have, like, know what you don't have to necessarily know like what your life goals are and what, you know, what's going to happen, you know, for the rest of your life, but to know, to have a general sense of knowing what you want and not compromising on that for dating. And then in marriage, actually, as Pastor Steve said, just to forgive quickly. He said, learn to forgive quickly at the beginning of marriage, because then as you get older and as you get kind of like more seasoned in life and in marriage, you can sometimes, it's easier to get stuck in your ways. So that was one of the first things he said, like when you first get married, just learn how to forgive fast and move on. And that is that.